President Trump's budget blueprint calls for cuts to the Essential Air Service program, which our local airport depends on.
The new budget blueprint includes the elimination of many federal housing programs that assist the poor.
Trump's proposed budget calls for cutting Ohio's Amtrak passenger train service.
Metro agencies are bracing for the impact of possible Trump budget cuts, including the Meals on Wheels program.
Trump's budget could affect your commute.
This budget blueprint released today slashes funding for new transit projects.
The Trump administration is also proposing to eliminate funding for the Community Development Block Program, a program that benefits organizations like the Quality of Life Learning Center. The organization provides educational services and employment preparation skills to disadvantaged and at-risk youth.
If you ever wanted to take hope away from inner city kids, then slash the Community Development Block Grant funding.
President Trump's budget wipes out spending for Great Lakes restoration. The budget reduced from $300 million to zero.
Trump's budget that he's put forward has clearly put the profits of corporate polluters ahead of the health of communities like Chicago.
We did some research and it would hit Texas education service programs pretty hard, cutting about $14 million from programs designed to provide tutoring, mentorship, and counseling for low-income students. It would also eliminate the Community Services Block Grant, which helps low-income people access job training and other resources, as well as low-income home energy assistance, which helps poor families help pay for their utility bill.
Funding for the non-government program has been cut from President Trump's budget.
It's devastating.
Eric Friedlander heads Louisville's community services, which includes Meals on Wheels.
And folks who know that this is their lifeline are scared.
Without that aid, commissioners say the cost to rent here may soon rise for the 71,000 in our region who depend on public housing assistance. And those who can't afford that increase, where are all these people supposed to go?
They will be on the street.
The mayor of Salt Lake City says she's very concerned about President Trump's proposed budget. It could mean huge local cuts for people who need it the most. That money has helped Chantel Swenson. She has cerebral palsy. She received about $30,000 to help make her repairs in her home.
I was boiling with anger and really brokenhearted.
To have a proposal before Congress as a proposed a budget that strips almost all of these services is, to me, inhumane.
So those 8,000 households would not get their heating assistance. Half of those are seniors and disabled that really count on that to get them through the year.
So without that money, our buildings and our facilities would tend to deteriorate. That money goes to help us serve the most vulnerable of our fellow citizens.
He campaigned on making this country great. You don't make this country great by tearing down neighborhoods where people are struggling to support their families.
As a candidate, President Trump urged African Americans in the inner cities to vote for him because they had nothing to lose.
Well, evidently, when you look at dignity and where you live, when you look at opportunities for summer jobs, when you look at after-school programs for kids, you got a lot to lose.
You have to question as to why the government wants to harm the most vulnerable sectors of our civilization.